Now that we have the devices set up, we need to do a couple things to get the app set up before we can start scanning. Now, when you start the app for the first time, there may seem like a barrage of alerts and permission requests, and I want to go over each one so you know what they do. The first alert you're likely to see is for notifications. If you grant permissions for QromaScan to send you notifications, then we will alert you whenever there's a new major version, and we don't use this alert system for any other purpose. Also, the first time you launch an app after we've released a new version, you're likely to see these walkthrough slides that tell you about the new changes. If later you'd like to see these slides again, go to the documentation settings and then tap on the What's New link. Next, QromaScan will ask you for permission to access your contacts. We use this to be able to recognize your contact names during voice recognition. So if you have friends and family members in your photos, you can use those names in your descriptions and they'll be accurately recognized. I should mention that we never transmit your contacts to our server or anywhere else. They are strictly used on the device for recognition. The next little bit of setup is the choice between local storage or iCloud, and I would highly recommend choosing iCloud. This option allows you to see your photos almost immediately on your Mac or PC and lets you configure important settings on your computer. If you prefer using Dropbox instead, I'll go over that in a moment. If you choose local, however, your photos will be available only on this device, and you'll have to transfer them using a cable with iTunes file sharing, which is a slow and cumbersome process. Next, you'll be asked if you want to use QromaScan with Siri. Choose this option and you'll be able to ask Siri to find photos that you've tagged with QromaScan. So that's the first wave of settings. After you start scanning, you're going to be asked to grant permission to be able to use the camera and the microphone and the speech recognition engine. For now, let's go into the app settings. Our first order of business is to set the language preferences. Now, if you speak a language other than English, select that from one of the available options, and this will allow recognition in that language. Next, we're going to tap on Cloud Sync and confirm that iCloud is enabled. You can switch it off here or turn off Dropbox syncing. Only one Cloud Sync service can be turned on at a time. Well, that's the basic setup. In the next section, we're going to talk about the Relationship Manager.